really a human trait. It's an easy thing to do to excuse our own shortcomings as opposed to saying, hey, I wasn't smart enough. I wasn't hardworking enough. I wasn't capable enough. You choose victimhood. We even see that whites are doing it in mass. You're claiming to be victims, claiming that the colored peoples of the world are replacing them when really it's like, no, it's not that they're replacing you. It's your birth rate is low. So it's like you guys are not reproducing. So if you were reproducing, your government probably wouldn't be letting in an inflow of aliens, legal or illegal, to replace you so that they can keep the GDP metric growing. And I think this is a problematic metric, but these are lies. And you'll hear white folks talk about being replaced or eradicated when in reality, it's the fact that the white male allowed the white female to get into the power position over him and the rest of the world. And they're leading the world to destruction. So they take no responsibility. They'd rather blame the decay of their societies on the invaders, as it were. And even it gets so comical that they'll say things like, you guys need to go back to where you came from, as though they didn't come from somewhere else, right? Like as though they're not Europeans. That's yet another discussion. Let me show you something that a woman wrote on the comments. I just want everyone for the record to make note of the fact that these black female animals, they show up in the comments, very vicious, mean, and unpleasant, but when they have a chance to represent themselves, they're always absent, which is a clear indication of their lack of IQ, and they know that they're dumb. Look at this one right here. So this chick's name is Kiara Story, right? And so on this video, basically, this is where and it's funny how that girl's handling the hair like her own hair. It's insane. But anyways, on this video where the black female concedes to washing her hair every 3 months, which is insane and filthy, this black female right here writes, he's bald and punishing people with hair. Well, first off, that's correct. I am bald. I'm definitely bald. That's a fact. She got that correct. Now, here's the thing. She's also bald, and that's why she's wearing this wig right here. So I find it strange that someone like this, who is so ashamed of herself, it's like, I can put on a wig too. Clearly, there's something wrong with her hair that in every single photo, it's covered up. And she's also a single mom too, clearly. So it's not surprising that it's the woman that's too unruly to keep a man for her kids. She has something negative to say. And what I want everyone to, and she's also displaying herself. Imagine that you're trying to show off your body to strangers on the internet, yet you think that you have some kind of moral opinion to share. And of course, she has tattoos. There's no surprise there. So ratchet with and the fake eyelashes too, the usual traits. And here's the crazy thing. If the guy who got you pregnant left you high and dry and left this cute little kid, you really have to be a despicable character. And I want every single person to know you will never meet a lonely mother who is not a despicable character unless she can concede that there was something wrong. So feel free to reach out to her and tell her, hey, you're invited to the live stream. Because for some reason she wants to go crazy in the comments, but she doesn't want to have the conversation.
That's why I love my hair, and I love wearing my hair natural, and I love seeing it grow, and I take pride in it, and I see the effect of what I'm doing daily.
That's a beautiful message, and I appreciate you coming on to share that. It's been a pleasure to meet you.
Okay, thank you. It's
Absolutely.
been a pleasure meeting you too.
Likewise. Nice young lady, and I always think it's worth taking out the time to have those conversations so that you might every once in a while get an opportunity to see a female who's not ratchet and insane. But speaking of ratchet and insane, oh yeah, and by the way, all the black women who love wigs and being filthy, you can join in. Let's take a look at this one. So this broad writes, he's bald and punishing people with hair. Obviously, if black women washed our hair every day, imagine getting mad at me for me telling you to wash your butt. Every day, it would become brittle, dry, and fall out. Well, let's address that. That's quite funny that she claims their hair is going to become brittle, dry, and fall out. So this is fascinating because ironically, the things that they're doing, namely the relaxers, the heating treatments, the wigs, those are all the things that cause your hair to become brittle and dry. I mean, what could make your hair more dry than a heating treatment? Hot comb, hot iron. All of these things you use are heating treatments. So you want to talk about dry, that'll make your hair dry. Furthermore, by definition, a relaxer basically destroys proteins in the hair and all of those other chemicals that you use. I think formaldehyde is one of them. I mean, it's ridiculous. The chemicals they use on their hair are completely destructive. So their narrative is false. It doesn't even make sense. It's completely illogical to claim that your hair is suffering because of washing it when you would do things to chemically alter it, which are definitely damaging the hair. And what's more, every time these dirty broads say things like, oh, we can't wash our hair every day. This is actually a lie that comes directly from the fact that they'd like to maintain their styles, right? This comes directly from the idea that they bought an expensive wig, they had it sewn into their head, and it's more convenient and it's more financially viable for them to wear it a longer period of time. So as a result, they have to create a narrative that they're not supposed to wash their hair when that's actually not true. And if there's any woman on right now who disagrees, I would invite you to come on. For example, Sunny Sparks, I see you commenting. You can come on live right now. I invite you to come on live right now and express yourself, because there's not one person that can disprove what I'm saying, for it is not only factual, scientifically speaking. Yes, she just declined. I invited her to join on. So they got a big mouth in the chat, but they don't want to come on and explain. And the reason, and this is why no one should be on the internet making comments or speaking in general, because they're all lying. They're all lying. Here's another thing I'd like to confront you all with. Consider this. Shout out to Yassine sent in a badge, and shout out to all the folks who are supported with badges. I guess they're like $1 or something, so everyone can do it. So that's really awesome. I appreciate it. This is the ludicrous nature of their argument. They're basically suggesting that, okay, she says, I'm agreeing with you. Okay, then you're cool then, baby. You're cool with me. Drop your boy a DM. But this is the ludicrous nature of their argument. For example, I just got out of the shower before I got on this live. Because you can smell me? No, because it's the right thing to do. Because I'm a clean person. I like to be fresh. There's a certain spiritual feeling that comes with being clean. And in addition to that, you know, it's health. When you're not clean, you're actually not healthy. We can talk about that in a bit, but when I got out of the shower, you know, my skin, it felt a bit dry. Why? Because of the water and the soap. Water and soap dries your skin. Water and soap dries your skin. So does that mean we shouldn't bathe because water and soap dries our skin? We shouldn't bathe because it damages our skin? Should we wait every 3 weeks? Should we wait a month to bathe because water and soap dries our skin? No, you get out and you treat your skin. You might treat it with jojoba oil. You might treat it with coconut oil. You might treat it with lotion. And if you treat it with lotion, we have some great lotion at manandwomanbrand.com. We have some great lotion you can get at mdblabel.com. Very hydrating. I say that to say this. All of their arguments are completely dishonest. And most every Black woman that you will encounter, and especially the ones that speak against me, they're low IQ. And even the ones that have education are still dumb. And as a result, at least they have enough common sense to know that they cannot contend with me, which is why they hide in the comments. We posted this a week ago and said, hey, all of you dumb bird brain, hair-hatted hooligans, you can come and speak your mind. Let's talk about it. None of them have shown up. The reason they don't show up is because the only tool they have is insult. That they're a master of the invective. That's it. Nothing more. Now let's take a look at what the broad was saying. So she says, like, TF, and they're very vulgar. Mind you, you're not a woman. If you're cursing, you're not a woman. You're an animal. She writes, it would become brittle and dry and fall out. Like, TF is he talking about? It has nothing to do with being filthy. People have different hair, just like we have different skin, different scents, different immune systems. What is this broad talking about? What an idiot. Different immune systems? This was the dumbest take he's had to date. Now imagine you have a single mom Look at this. You got a single mom. You know, what's dumb is you not being able to get a man to be father to your child. That's dumb, dear. What's dumb is you having over 200 posts and not one of them has a father to your child. She might even be a leslie now, but not one of them has a father to your child. That's what's dumb. What else is dumb? This tattoo you have on your shoulder that says faith, when we know damn well you're a heathen. That's what's dumb. I tell you what else is dumb. The fact that you're a smoker and I can see from the staining on your lip, you big lip smoker. That's what's dumb. I tell you what else is dumb. Generally, all the photos you have on this Instagram, I'll tell you what else is dumb. You being over here using a filter as a 30-year-old woman with a kid. You're a mother. Have some decency. Grow up, you nincompoop. I tell you what else is dumb. The fact that you can't take a photo or go outdoors looking like yourself. Who uses black lipstick? What does this broad think? This is the Addams family? What an imbecile. That looks terrible. What does she think? She's trying to look dead out here? Extraordinary. I want to talk about dumb. What's dumb is the fact that you're so ashamed of who you are that you conceal yourself in various ways. Whether it's with digital makeup, you conceal yourself, or it's with literal makeup, you conceal yourself. That's what's dumb. But I tell you what the dumbest thing is for me is where's your baby daddy at? Focus on that. Don't message the big homie. Why don't you message your baby daddy and see if you could get him back? That's what you need to focus on. Your ass is shaped like a cardboard box, and it's so many of you broads are not appealing. Being sexy is not every woman's best move, you dig? Some women got to use their brain. You got to make sure you can get guys based on your level of service and your personality. You are not cute with this fat face. How you got an actual fat face and think you could disrespect me? Girl, I will flame you to death with this big fat face. And here's the bad part. How you got on all this makeup and you still look mid. Baby girls from Midlands, Texas. How you look mid with makeup. That's extraordinary. Girl, you better be lucky I ain't trying to transition. You heard me? I mess around and transition, be killing this hoe. This girl is straight busted. And I tell you what's really sad. I done scrolled all the way back to when your child was a young child, which indicates that you couldn't even maintain that relationship for a year or two after you gave birth. That man left you ASAP, and his name ain't Rocky. He was ghost gone. So what you need to focus on, baby girl, is how can you get your self-esteem up so that you can wear your real hair. What you need to focus on is not being fat. I see what you're trying to do. I hate these girls on Tinder take a picture from the neck up, every picture from the neck up because they fat as hell. You need to focus on not eating so damn much, okay? You little fat pig. Then you over here, look at this. What kind of mother are you taking a picture of your chest? Do you have any decency? You slores need to keep your mouth closed. You have no right to ever speak because you have no morals, okay? And yes, it's Taliban time and we coming for all of you thoughts. You hear me? If you're a single mother, you're a thought. You have no rights in this country. You have the right to remain silent. You dig? You have the right to remain silent. You dirty little rascal. And judging from your complexion, you little Jamaican, got this little bumba-clot Jamaican broad. Judging from your complexion and your baby's complexion, you had a white guy that ran off on the plug. You know you down bad. You got white men leaving you. That's terrible. This man is breaking positive stereotypes dipped on your little raggedy ass, okay? So why don't you sit down and shut up, you low IQ floozy. So look at baby girl right here. This is the kind of broad I hate. Black chicks be lying like, white girls be trying to look like us because we curvy. What curves? How, Sway? Where the curves at? This is a straight line, my nil. Where the curves at? And I could already tell by the shape that she's wearing one of them body squeezers. Broad got a Spanx on under this outfit. Dirty rascal. And it's really sad when you're a single mom, a lonely mother, and you still thirst trapping on the internet. That's big sad. We didn't scroll through 200 photos with years of photos because your baby didn't grew up. I still ain't seen the baby daddy. You're a loser. Don't you ever speak up on me, shorty, till you get your life together. Furthermore, how dare you put a travel highlight and you ain't even got enough travel highlights to fill up the page. You're a dirty, dumb, dirtbag broad. You're not on my level. It's levels to this. You got to talk through a translator. You can't talk direct to a boss. You heard me? I ain't even put up all my travel stuff, shorty. We still backlog. Use a bum broad. You heard me? Don't you ever speak to me. Don't you ever comment. You could go ahead and hit the like button, but I'm limiting you to that action. That's it. Now, let me see if I can find the rest of what she said. And you black broads who got these wigs, I don't want y'all touching the wig like it's your hair. It's not your hair. Okay, look at her rearranging the hair. Like, shorty, if the hair is that much an issue, just take it off and set it next to you. You did just take it off. It's detachable, shorty. You ain't got to sit there if the hair is bothering you. And y'all be looking like straight up animals. You ever see them walking around like monkeys slapping their head? And I saw a broad like, well, why does he care? Well, I care because you're an embarrassment. You hear me? You're an embarrassment. You show that there's no pride and respect for the self. But let's get back to what this dirty broad said. Talking about this is one of the dumbest takes he's had to date. Who talks like that? Get this broad some schooling. She using internet language and thinks it's correct. That's extraordinary. Huh? So this is a dumb, dirty broad. Let her know she could have came on. And I already know the team had gave every one of these dirty rascals an opportunity because we let them know, we let them all know. Let me see if I can find another one of them. We hunting them today. We are hunting them today. Look at Shorty right here. She writes, whatever elite group of men you speak of, he is not in the group. He's bald. He's bald. And he's on a podcast. Baby, you're bald too. I want to do a challenge. Show me your hair. I'll show you my hair. And here's the worst thing about the internet. We got all these goddamn ghost accounts. And you know somebody, and you could tell she fat from her face. Popeye's chicken eating ass little dirt bag. This is the kind of girl you lift up her armpit, you make her show you your armpit, and you would see them little white flakes. Look like the bitch got dandruff in her armpit. This is a dirty rascal right here. This is the kind of bitch you lean in and sniff her fucking hair. It smells terrible. I promise you that one. This is the kind of bra got to put baby powder in between her inner thigh and her coochie so that the sweat don't drip down. This girl is a filthy rascal. This is the kind that got hair going down her butt crack because she couldn't wax it back that far. Man, this is ridiculous. Let me see. Let's go back, see who else we got. And I got to start opening this in a new tab so it's easier to get back to it. And by the way, any of the black women or even white women are even worse animals. Any of them who want to come on and try to speak up, I'm looking forward to hearing from you. You dig? I'd love to hear from you. I saw one ugly white woman got in the comments talking about, he doesn't even understand his own race's hair. And I looked at her profile. She was a Skittle gusser. I was like, you don't even understand that penis and vagina go together. We can't have a conversation. You don't understand the basics. You're way behind. You're not even a human to me personally. Like you're not about to procreate, so I'm good. Okay, now we have one of these homosexuals. These guys, I love them. And what I mean by I love them means the opposite, actually. It's opposite day. These ones we got to take out. And I'll tell you why we got to take them out. Because they're the weak, effeminate males that have no standards and they let women run wild. And this is a dumb black guy. And there's no shortage of dumb black guys. It's like, man, there's so many. It's crazy because I just clicked open a new tab and it still changed it. But anyways, look at this dumb rascal. I think he's mad because he has this shit on his head that Lord knows he doesn't clean. So I think that's what got him mad is he got this shit on his head. Oh, and by the way, I do take fades. I love fades personally. People be making up stuff like, you don't have that. Let me put my face on. You dig? Put my face on real quick. People be lying like, you got that energy for women. I want to see you have that energy with men.
You might say, Marquett, you're a madman. How could you say such a thing? Well, I say the same thing about men.